Guys, I can't talk loud. Look at this. Uh-oh. Okay, I can't talk much. Because they are breaking up. See the sad face? Like, sad face. They're breaking up. I think I can hear them though. He's like, I just think this is going so fast. And she's like, well, yeah, you're probably right. And he's like, well, you think those bikes are nice? And then she's like, well, I kind of like the red one. And then he's like, well, I like silver. And she's like, you always... Okay, and then he's like, well, I just think this has gone so fast. And, like, I'm just curious if, like, maybe, like, your sister... If I can fuck your sister. And she's like, you always want to fuck your sister. I thought you just said that was a one-time thing. And then he's like, no, it's been going on. And then he's like, yeah, see what I do is I like to hold her like that. And hit her like this. And then she's like, so let me get this straight. You like to hold her, what? And then he's like, no, I like to really get after that sister stuff. And then he's like, and then he goes like, and then she says, well, if you want to date my sister, then you need to at least understand that I come along, because that's our thing. And he's like, holy shit, I knew it. I knew all along that you guys are a team. And then she's like, okay, that didn't make any sense. He's like, okay, well, anyway, I like the Raiders. You always like the Raiders. You never like Pinterest. And then he's like, what's Pinterest? And she's like, it's like the Etsy, but for people from San Francisco. They're kind of Smug Holla. And he's like, that's your problem. That's why I like to fuck your sister, because she's not into the Smug Holla. And then she's like, you always talk about my sister. And then he's like, well, just don't like, I don't like tofu anymore. And then she's like, I'm not either. I just talk about food because it's so popular. That's what women talk about, is their gluten intolerance. And by the way, and then he's like, I hate gluten intolerance. And then she's like, you always talk about my shit bad. And then he says, and then she's like, well, I guess I better go. And then he's like, well, I'm gonna go too. Mind if I call your sister? And then she's like, okay, just once, but I'll come along for the ride.